Well, now moving on to the ground situation in Gaza, Israeli troops continue to raid the compound of Gaza's Al Shifa hospital. This has resulted in a deadly confrontation. In the latest that is coming in, Israeli military officials claim that over 90 gunmen were killed in the operation. The director of Gaza's Hamas-run government media office also said in a statement that all of those killed had been wounded patients and displaced persons inside the hospital. Israeli special forces, backed by the infantry and tanks, carried out what they termed as a precise operation based on intelligence indicating renewed usage of the hospital by Hamas leaders. During the fighting, two of the Israeli soldiers also lost their lives. Al Shifa, the Gaza Strip's biggest hospital before the war, is now one of the few healthcare facilities even partially operational in the north of the territory. It has also been housing several displaced civilians. On the other hand, a hunger crisis is looming over Gaza. Gaza's health ministry has said 27 children and 3 adults have died so far from malnutrition. Even though aid from several nations is reaching the war-torn enclave, is just enough to meet the needs of people who are starving. Starving children are filling hospital wards in Gaza as famine looms. Gazans from the Jabalia refugee camp were seen crowding around large pots of stew. On Tuesday, they were holding out their arms and empty pots in a hope of finding something to break their fast during Ramadan. While some children to try to get into the front of the line, others left with pots just partially full of food.
With the siege, the poor living conditions and the catastrophe that we are living through, under the shadow of siege and the bombardment of our homes, here are our children, women and elderly gathered in this month of Ramadan, unable to find something to eat.
A UN-backed report has predicted that a famine is likely to start in northern Gaza by May and might spread throughout the enclave by July. According to the assessment by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, hunger-related fatality rates are expected to surpass famine levels in the northern part of Gaza. Malnutrition and food insecurity have likely already surpassed famine levels. The authorities have also said that under a worst-case scenario, central and southern Gaza can also face a risk of famine by July.
I call on all the human rights organizations to stand and take action rather than just saying words to stop the offensive and end the violence against the Palestinian people so that our children can live in dignity. And we, the people of Palestine, especially the north of Gaza, do not want anything but to maintain our dignity and live in peace.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.